Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm standing next to the 2023 Toyota Highlander Limited here. If you guys are on the market for a Toyota, be sure to check out South Dade Toyota and ask for Tony. He will get you into your next vehicle. But let's talk about pricing here for the Highlander. Keep in mind, this is refresh for 2023. Starting price here for the Limited is at $46,075 with the options and destination. This one stickers for $48,531. Looking at the exterior styling here for the refreshed Highlander Limited model here, I like the nice chrome also with this gray exterior paint. If you guys hear a lot of wind noise, my apologies. The wind is super crazy right now. But looking at these headlights here, they're going to be a full LED projector headlight with an automatic low and high beam, incandescent turn signal bulb here, also with this LED daytime run light. If you guys go for a top model, Toyota will switch out the incandescent for a full LED. But you do get LED fog lights here on this limited gray model. I like the nice different pattern style here to the actual grille with the chrome outline. This house is the Toyota driver assistance tech here. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think about the refreshed Highlander. To me, I don't see any changes to the front styling here. I think Toyota basically just kept this vehicle the same, upgraded the powertrain and also the tech as well. But looking at the side profile here, this has a 112.2 inch wheelbase with an overall length of 194.9 inches. So it's right on par with every other three-row SUV in this segment. I like the nice aluminum or chrome finish here to the actual rim design. They're like a multi-spoke finish here, wrapped in this 235/50 Bridgestone tire. So pretty good tires on the market. This is a 20-inch rim design. Like I mentioned, it does have this chrome finish here to the rim design. Of course, it wouldn't be an SUV without the cladding here. There's this LED sight marker here on the mirror cap, and my model just has this standard side sunroof with these aerodynamic roof rails. You guys can go for a panoramic if you guys want that large glass roof. We're making our way to the rear of the vehicle. Like I mentioned, Toyota didn't make too many changes to the exterior styling. To me, I don't really see any changes at all. It still looks like the previous year. There's also this LED combination to the taillights here, which are an LED brake light, incandescent turn signal, and reverse light. There's the Highlander badge here. The Limited badge is right there with the Toyota emblem. Also with this rear wiper, and the third brake light is up top with the shark fin antenna. Looking down here, there's also rear parking sensors, no visible exhaust trim, and Toyota says this can tow around 5,000 pounds properly equipped. And there's also the lights for the tag. Open up the cargo back here. You guys have to basically open or have it power open through the center stack. Right now it's not in that actual mode. As you guys can see, this has 16 cubic feet of space. I like the JBL sound system that this vehicle also comes with. This also has manual seats here, which folds down. Once you pull that lever there, the headrest will fold down as well. Once you fold down the third row, that expands the cargo to 46 cubic feet of space. Once you fold down all the seats, Toyota says it has a cargo space of 84 cubic feet of space. So it does offer a lot of cubic feet of space, especially in this segment. And underneath here, you do get some underfloor storage, which is really nice. Sitting in the interior of the refreshed Highlander, I like the nice tech upgrades that Toyota has offered for this refresh model here. This is a 12.3 inch infotainment system. It's their multi-link infotainment system. It does support over-the-air updates, wireless Apple CarPlay, and Android Auto. You also have this 12.3 inch instrument cluster here, which is customizable. I like the nice graphics that Toyota offers. We'll talk about that in a few seconds. This also has a JBL sound system, which does have a nice premium sound. But reaching over here to shut the door of the Highlander, and to start up the vehicle, you guys know, put your foot on the brake and press the start-stop button right here. Like I mentioned, very smooth graphics how this vehicle starts up. Like I mentioned, wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. You do get this with the new updated system here, which the previous year was not offering that. But let's talk about the materials here on the door panel. It's gonna be a soft touch material with this fake high gloss wood trim here with this aluminum accented door handle. There's 2-person memory seats here. The window controls are going to be automatic up and down for all 4 windows. There's this power folding feature there with the mirror adjustment controls, always for your dimmer switch, your trip reset computer, automatic high beam switch, trunk release button, steering wheel function, automatic start stop. Like I mentioned from the outside scene, the vehicle, you have to basically go through the trim cluster here to take the tailgate system out of its lock mode. That's why it didn't open properly. And also down here is going to be additional storage and cup holder space with this nicely padded area here with this stitching there. This is a manual tilt and telescoping wheel. It does offer good range and adjustability. The headlight and turn signal stock does feel typical in this segment, and there's the wind wiper stock there. The steering wheel does have this nice thick rim. I want to say this is a new steering wheel design. I mean, I'm not too sure. I haven't reviewed the Highlander in a while. Over is for your driver's assistant controls, your sync and track, and your volume controls and whatnot. It's over here on the left side. There's the Toyota logo here in the airbag cover. The materials on the dashboard It's going to be a hard touch plastic here on the instrument panel, but it's going to be slightly padded around the infotainment system here, also around this air vent over here to the driver's side. There's 3-level heated and cooled seats, dual climate control. Your air vents are here. The hazard button is in the center. My iPhone 14 Pro Max does fit fine here on the wireless phone charger. So if you guys have a larger phone, it does fit on the wireless phone charger here on the refreshed Highlander. Over here is going to be 2 Type-C ports and a Type-A port also with a 12-volt. A good storage here. My sunglasses are right there. Putting the vehicle into reverse, it does reveal, you know, a wide angle. This also has road cross traffic alert and whatnot, trajectory with distance markers. There's front and rear parking sensors. Kicking it down here to drive, over to the left, this does house the 8-speed automatic transmission. Put into park. I like the nice leather around the shifter here. More of that high gloss wood trim, which is a fake finish, but it does look really nice here in the center console, also throughout the dashboard over there. And on the driver's side, there's a sport mode here. Like I mentioned, very smooth graphics here. I like the way that they look. Also, when it goes into sport, very, once again, very nice and clean graphics here. So Toyota is basically throwing all their technology here at the Highlander. There's also a snow mode, traction control, auto hold, electronic parking brake. My model is missing a button here. I'm not sure what that is. Keep in mind, this is the limited trim. You can go for the platinum trim if you guys want all the nice bells and whistles. There's some aluminum trim around the cup holders here. There's 2 cup holders there. It's going to be nicely padded here on the center armrest. Pull this back. It does have this removable tray with a very deep center console area, and it does lock into place so it doesn't slide back and forth like it did a couple of years back. And looking at the seats here, very supportive. It's a soft text leather seats, and above my model has this standard size sunroof. You can go for a panoramic option if you guys truly want to have that open and airy feel. The lighting in the cabin in the front is going to be an incandescent bulb. Maybe if you go for the platinum trim, Toyota may switch them out for full LEDs. Let's talk about the infotainment system here. As you guys can see, it does support Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Very bright and large screen. I like this nice updated tech that Toyota offers here. Going here to their main screen, keep in mind this does not have a physical home page like you guys can see here on the Apple Maps. How it just shows my icons and whatnot. But going back here, you can mess with your music and whatnot, your phone settings and stuff. You can also go to vehicle, all-wheel drive, and whatnot. So it does show you where the all-wheel drive is being sent to. There's your trip information here. I have 79 miles until empty. There's your history. I've been averaging 12.2. I only had this vehicle for about a good 20 minutes or so, so I'm not really testing it for fuel economy. Hopefully, if Toyota sends me one for a week to test, I'll show you guys what I get in the actual real world. Going into settings, you can also set up a guest profile, personal information. There's your Bluetooth, general notification, Wi-Fi, and also your display. So you can customize this to your liking. Looking here at the Waze here on the Apple CarPlay, very large and very bright screen once again. And the passenger also gets 3-level heated and cooled seats. And as you guys know, the Highlander is known for having a 2-tier storage. You have one storage compartment up here, and you also have the glove compartment down here, which offers a very large bin style finish to it. The materials on the dash are going to be a nice soft touch material. But overall, the Highlander is still class competitive, and I like that Toyota does offer this with more tech than it did compared to last year's model. Getting into the second and third row here of the Toyota Highlander here, open up the back door. As you guys can see, my model is equipped with the captain's chairs. You can go for the bench if you guys want to offer more seating capacity. Let's talk about the materials here on the actual door panel. As you guys can see, it does have this plastic-like material here with this manual sunshade. This also with this aluminum finished door handle here, and there's this high gloss plastic wood trim here, which does have this nicely finished look to it. That's this padded area here to rest your elbows. The switch gear feels nice. There's additional storage and cup holder space here in the actual door pocket. This is how you guys actually fold down the seats, by pulling this twice and slide the seat forward and back via this handle here, and you can also recline the seat via this handle there. But as you guys can see, of course, it's SUV, so it does have a good step in height. And as you guys can see here, I have 41 inches of rear legroom space. This is with the seat in my driving position. There's also 2 mount pockets back here for storage. You also have your own set of climate controls back here. You can adjust it to your head or feet, where you guys want the air to flow. There's 2 USB ports here with a household outlet. The floor back here is not flat, but you can fit 3 people across if you guys go for the bench seating. Like I mentioned, mine does come equipped with captain's chair, so you do have the center armrest or center area here, which has the cup holders and a little bit of storage there. These armrests here are very padded here, which feels really nice. The lighting in the cabin is going to be an incandescent. The air vents are up top, and there's also this grab handle right here. We're shutting the door here, and let's slide the seat forward here. It does offer more space for the passengers in the third row because that is a very tight third row. I wouldn't recommend putting someone over 6 feet tall back there, but let's get back there so I can show you guys the third row legroom real quick. Like I mentioned, to get back there, you can either pull this handle here. As you guys see, the seat will tilt forward and just push it out of its way. Just for reference, as you guys can see, this is what the seat as far as setting right there for the second row. So I'm gonna sit behind that seat there, but this does offer a good space to get into the third row right here. But getting back here, also I'm gonna shut the door. Keep in mind, guys, I am 5'8", and with the seat as far as setting here, okay, here we go. Toyota says this has 27.7 inches of rear legroom space. Yes, that's very tight, one of the tightest in the actual segment here, but it does offer some features, which includes these rear air vents here. There's cup holders, but there's no charging ports back here. But you do offer, it does offer this nicely sized window here, just in case you get claustrophobic on a long road trip. You can also recline the seats via this handle here. This is the farthest that it can go, but it is nice that you can recline the seat in. There's going to be incandescent lighting back here in the actual third row, and my knees are up to kind of my chest a little bit, but this is not ideal for someone that's even my height. Keep in mind, I'm 5'8", so I wouldn't even recommend putting someone over 6 feet tall back here because it's going to be a tight squeeze. But also keep in mind, you can't access passenger here to move the seat up, but that's going to basically eat into their legroom space. And Toyota is rumored to be working on a Grand Highlander, so it's going to be bigger than this vehicle, but who knows when that's going to be available. But keep in mind, if you guys are looking for a little bit more legroom space in this segment, you have to look at the other competitors in this segment. Let's talk about the powertrain specs here for the refreshed Highlander. This is Toyota's 2.4 liter 4-cylinder. This powertrain makes 265 horsepower, 311 pound-feet of torque. So this vehicle does lose horsepower, but it does gain that in actual torque figures, which is a very healthy 310 pound-feet. This powertrain is very silky smooth. It's also paired with an 8-speed automatic transmission. As the Highlander sits here with front-wheel drive as standard, this vehicle weighs around 4,200 pounds. Keep in mind, all-wheel drive is available. But making our way over here to the fuel door here for the Highlander, let's talk about fuel economy here. This is rated to get 22 in the city, 29 on the highway, and 25 combined. So behind the wheel of the 2023 Toyota Highlander here, let's talk about the powertrain specs. This is Toyota's new 2.4 liter 4-cylinder. It makes 265 horsepower and 310 pound-feet of torque. So we do lose horsepower here for this new refresh model, but we do gain a lot in the actual torque department here. So even though we lose in horsepower, we do gain a lot in torque. Also, this is a new powertrain for 2023. Right now, it's in its automatic start-stop mode. You can defeat that by pressing this button right here. I'm sorry, over to the driver's side. It does turn it off. I'm so used to having the start-stop button in the center stack with the other competitors. But let's do another acceleration run here. I'm not going to brake torque it. It is cutting power, and that is 35 miles an hour right there. The 4-cylinder does sound pretty good, but I'm gonna miss that 3.5 liter naturally aspirated V6, which did offer a lot of power, especially if you guys are looking to get onto an interstate or a turnpike and whatnot in your local area. Don't get me wrong, this does offer more torque, so you can, have that same thrust like in the V6. But keep in mind, sadly, Toyota has dropped that for emission purposes. But this 2.4 liter, it does not lack in the torque department. Don't want to say in the horsepower department either, because it does feel very, adequate. Doesn't feel lethargic. 310 pound-feet of torque is still good for this vehicle, which weighs around 4,200 pounds. And my apologies, this does have all-wheel drive. I thought it was limited to only front-wheel drive. The ride quality, I don't remember the Highlander being this smooth to drive. I'm not sure if it's the new powertrain, but me personally, I think it's a very smooth competitor in this segment. Once again, I don't remember driving the Highlander and it feels very compliant like how it does right now. But let's put it into its eco mode. I like the nice graphics that Toyota offers here of the Highlander once you put it in its different drive modes. Let's talk about the driver's assistance tech here. This does have rear cross traffic alert, emergency braking, cruise control, blind spot monitoring, also lane centering and whatnot. So all the nice driver's assistance tech Toyota does offer here in the Highlander. Like I mentioned, very smooth riding 3-row SUV. You put your family back here, but keep in mind the third row is going to be a huge disappointment because you can't put someone over 5'8" in the back row. Keep in mind that is my actual height. I mean, I can sit back there, but I will have to ask the second row passenger to slide the seat forward to give me some space in the third row. But overall, this vehicle drives really good. It does get good fuel economy. It's rated to get 22 in the city, 29 on the highway, and 25 combined. Keep in mind, Toyota still does offer a hybrid model, which will get over 40 mpg. So if you guys want to get better fuel economy, I would recommend going for the hybrid Highlander, which is not going to disappoint when it comes to fuel savings. Visibility out of this vehicle is really good. You also have a good commanding view of the road. The seat comfort is very good. I like the nice tech in this vehicle. So I have this 12.3-inch instrument cluster here with the new 12.3-inch display here. If you guys go for a lower trim level, Toyota is going to offer an 8-inch display. So it's not standard on all models of the Highlander. You have to go for a top trim in order to get the large 12.3-inch display. But personally speaking, I like the way that this vehicle drives. Like, once again, I don't remember the Highlander being this well compliant when it comes to ride quality, but I think the new 4-cylinder is a good enticing option here, or proposition. It drives well. Even if I want to, merge into a highway here, it does offer great acceleration because it does offer a lot of low end torque at 310 pound-feet of it. Steering feel in here is very playful. You can feel what the front tires are doing. With mixed driving, keep in mind I don't have these vehicles for a long period of time. I was averaging around 25-ish miles per gallon, so it is fuel efficient, just like the V6. But with that being said, if you guys are looking for the refresh Highlander, be sure to check out your local Toyota dealership because this new refresh model is not going to disappoint, especially not in the tech department because it is an upgrade compared to last year's model. After spending time with the Highlander here, I like the nice tech upgrades that Toyota gave this vehicle for 2023. I also love the new powertrain. With that being said, Toyota is keeping this vehicle very competitive in the 3-row SUV segment. With that being said, hope you guys have enjoyed this review here on the 2023 Toyota Highlander Limited. Be sure to check me out on Instagram at DriveOnReviews. Hit that subscribe button and turn on post notifications, and I will see you all in the next review.